Everyone, I'm glad everyone's looking forward to the presentation. While we are here, let's get started this morning with a little bit of Facebook networking. So before we kick off and before we get underway, head to facebook.com, type in your page name and come and grab the URL and pop it in the chat so that we can all get to know who you are. But when you pop that URL into the chat, make sure that you are explaining what you do, how you help business owners, or what your business does. You don't have to help business owners, but what you do and how your business works, and pop all the information into that session, and we'll get started. I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes. It's only just 1 minute past 11. Give everyone a few minutes to find us. Make sure that our live stream is going the way that it should be this morning. Facebook did say it was live, so we'll make sure that that's connected, and then we will delve into the world of understanding the new look Facebook. And I'm going to share my screen with you and share some stuff so that you can see it along the way. Now, I'm going to preface today's webinar by the fact that there are a number of Facebook glitches out there, and there are a number of things happening inside the world of Facebook that is there, that's making things just a little bit harder when it goes to the world of Facebook. We've got no, Heather, it's absolutely, no, it's not for just business only. It is definitely for anyone who wants to have a look at the new Facebook. I have a focus on business and supporting businesses, but no, by all means, it's for whoever would like to come in and join today and understand the new look Facebook. We are definitely not within those areas. Clive, our live stream is up and running on the Business Facebook page, so if you could please watch that one too for me for comments as we go through. I'm going to grab my Facebook page and pop it into the chat here for everyone, so that if we're not already connected in the world of Facebook, I share PR and marketing tips for small business. Okay, and Clive, you might want to come and get your link in and pop it in as well. Okie dokie, we are ready. I think we've got enough time to get in here. I'm seeing all of these lovely Facebook pages that are popping in, so I am glad to see everyone here networking. We've given people time, we've given the algorithm time to find us, and we should be right to go today. So once again, if you're just joining us, say hello in the comments. Please pop your Facebook link in, pop the full URL so that people can find it, an explanation of what you do, so that everyone can connect with you today as we delve into the world of the new Facebook. Okay, so for starters, you must probably be thinking, who is this lady and why can she talk to me about the world of Facebook? And if you're not, then that's great, because you obviously know me well enough. But my name is Reed-Enever. I'm the founder of the business community. I'm a Facebook marketer. I teach people how to use Facebook in their business every day. And I have 20 years experience in the world of marketing and PR in helping you move things forward. We've been running the business community for 6 years. We launched our very first business on Facebook back in 2009 with close to 750 likes and a blank web page. That was pretty much what we were doing. So that gives you a bit of an idea about who I am. I live on Facebook, let's be honest. I spend quite a bit of time on Facebook between the groups for business, our marketing circle group, and the course creators circle group. I spend quite a bit of time in the world of Facebook sharing my knowledge and my expertise with people out there. So for those of you who have been looking at it, oh look, I love this chat, it's going amazingly well. For those of you who are viewing Facebook as a panel, as a way to market your business, understanding the changes that are coming through in Facebook at the moment are a little bit huge, but also understanding the power of Facebook. Now, this isn't the first change that Facebook has been through. They have been through many, many changes within their time. And it isn't the first time that we've all gone, ooh, yuck, we don't like that change. But a couple of weeks later, we've actually adapted and we've dealt with the change. So throughout the process here, I know that change can be confronting. And especially, change thrown in with COVID-19 can even be even more confronting. But when it comes to Facebook, there's a couple of stats that I would like to share with you today that will hopefully help you understand the power of Facebook in itself. So Facebook at the moment, and these stats are from Social Media Today, they have 1.66 billion active daily users. So that isn't just users that are signed up, that are people that actively come to Facebook every day. And that it's a huge opportunity for you to be seen and have your business seen by creating really good and engaging content through the world of Facebook. It has 4.75 billion pieces of content shared daily. And this is where we want to make sure that we get our mix right and we're sharing good content that our audience is going to relate to, and we really can engage with them and help them, you know, break through the noise, because we have to break through the noise. It's just like going through a newspaper. If you're putting out an ad in a newspaper, you need to break through the rest of the noise that's out there. There is over 300+ million photos uploaded to Facebook every day. There is over 510,000 comments every 60 seconds on Facebook, which is huge as well. And there are 293,000 status updates every 60 seconds. So don't let that overwhelm you. It just tells you that Facebook works. It tells you that Facebook is a great platform. And, you know, when it comes to business, we're lucky. We have this tool within our reach to be able to promote and share what we're going to do. Now, there has been some changes in Facebook overnight. Again, there are some glitches. When Facebook goes through changes, there are going to be glitches. And as I delve off behind the scene today, I'm going to hope that I can show you everything that we aim to show today when we start to share screen here. But let's just have a look at what is new within the world of Facebook. So we've got a cleaner look. So there's a dark mode for less glare. So the cleaner look is basically they've stripped really all the busyness away from it, and that was based on user feedback that Facebook have taken that opportunity. We've got a darker mode for less glare. So if you're finding that, you know, the white screen's a little bit too much on your face, I personally love a white screen, but I get that some people don't. If you're finding it's a bit, you can move to dark mode, and I'll show you how to do that. Don't worry that you're late. Pop your things in the comments. I'm going to let Clive monitor chat, and I'll come into Q&A very shortly. We'll go through from there. Yeah. Okay. Kathy, I will handle all the questions at the end. Clive, if you can just keep answer the Q&A at the end, I'll get you to go through and give them to me, and then we can run it that way. Messenger is now called Chats on Mobile. We've got hashtags. So Facebook have introduced hashtags. So where Facebook weren't a hashtag friendly zone before, they are. And even in Creator Studio yesterday, we heard an announcement that you can actually see some stats. So I'm going to show you a bit of Creator Studio as well. The new page there's new page follow settings that's being beta tested at the moment. So if you follow a page, you can actually work their notifications or just their videos or just their lives, whatever you would like from them. So that's being beta tested at the moment. There's paid online events, which means you can host an online event with Facebook, and I'll pop the link in to today's session about all of that information. Well, I actually will now because I haven't done all that from you guys, which is what we're covering today. And they've got online events, so we can now run online events and we can promote online events throughout the journey. And it will help you through. And I will actually come back with the links from the replays over the next little while to make things move forward. And there's new Facebook shops rolling out. So the Facebook shop between Instagram and Facebook, that's rolling out. And that, from our point of view, coming from, it seems to have disappeared on desktop, the shop tab, but I can assure you it is there on mobile. And it's coming to do with integrations into the new journey, through the integrations through to Facebook and shopping. So I'm just going to quickly put this on a quiet message. So for example, for a second. Okay, so we are literally going to delve into the world of Facebook today. The spaces we're going to explore today are the new Newsfeed, the Business Manager, and we're going to look at Creator Studio, and we will create a post, we will visit a group, we will look at creating an event. I don't actually have an event to create, but we'll step through the processes of creating an event. Although watch me, we might create something cool at the same time. We'll also look at the insights and where you find your insights and your page settings right now. And we'll look at the new shop settings so that you can jump in there and have a look. I will take question and answer at the end. I'm about to go and share my screen with you as we start to go through this area. There are some glitches that we are already aware of when it comes to Facebook, and that's the shops page tab is not showing on desktop. Adding apps to groups seems to be glitchy in the new process. So at the moment you can switch back to the classic option and do that. And when you do switch back to classic, make sure that you're telling Facebook what feature was not working. Tagging seems to be out of sync. We can't seem to tag, and that happens with every new Facebook update. And inviting people to your groups now needs to be done. And this has been a bit of a glitch even before this kicked in. It needs to be done if it's a friend through your personal profile, or they have to like your page. So there has to be some connection for you to be able to invite someone from a group unless you have your email addresses. And polls have been, the option to poll people through your Facebook page has been disappearing and coming back. But let's jump in to the world of the new Facebook and let's go and see how it is. Hopefully everyone's here. Okay, yep. How do you invite people to private page? Definitely will be showing you that one. Guys, if you have questions for me, pop them in the Q&A and then Clive and I will go through. It's a little Q&A, 2 little chat boxes, icons down the bottom. That means that I can come back and answer them for you at the very end with Clive after we go off share screen. I will ignore chat while I'm in share screen mode. So Clive, if there is something I need to know, can you please unmute yourself and just let me know? Would you like to actually unmute yourself and just say hello to everyone for today before we go into share screen mode anyway? See if he's still there.
Hello everybody, welcome, and let's enjoy all this Facebook stuff.
Beautiful. For those of you who don't know, Clive's a business strategist and he's a coach and can help you clear and get some clarity inside your world. Clive, have you popped your Facebook page in?
Yes, indeed, all there.
Okay.
Well,
beautiful.
sorry, no, I put the LinkedIn one in, so I'll put the Facebook in as well.
We're talking Facebook, not LinkedIn. Okay, guys, let's delve into the world of Facebook and let's jump into sharing my screen and getting into the area here. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to jump off the page for a second. We'll go straight into the newsfeed as it would normally be. Okay, so I'm here inside my newsfeed, and this is the new clean look Facebook version. It's definitely different coming through the areas here, and the Facebook version's over here. So this is your newsfeed. So you've got your contacts down the side here, pages, any notifications you have, any shortcuts that you create. So the stuff that you really want to access, whether it's like the BBB Facebook group or whatever you're wanting to put in here, you can create and add a shortcut. And say for me, I might just add the course creator circle to my shortcuts here. And we can add sort automatically. I want to maybe pin that one to top, and we'll move it through there. So you can update any of your shortcuts that you would like to have through there. So you can also edit, you can put in Facebook pages, you can add all sorts of things. And those shortcuts tend to be populated if you haven't done anything from the Facebook's most active stuff, from your page notifications, from everything, from the stuff you've put in there. So that's where Facebook are grabbing those from there. From here, you actually have a control center here into your Facebook pages, your friends, and Messenger along the way. We also up the top here, this is your Facebook pages area. This is Facebook Watch, which is like the Facebook TV area. So it's the suggested videos that Facebook think that you might like to watch. This is your marketplace, which is the Facebook marketplace to list and sell things. And then we've got our groups over here, and our groups tabs comes up with a list of groups, and it actually comes up with just a pure dedicated feed of what's been happening inside your Facebook groups. And for those of you who know that I like to teach you how to network and share and do more stuff with Facebook groups, it's definitely a spot to pop into from there. Okay, so this is the newsfeed. It pops up down the sidelines. You've got stuff down the bottom. You've got people down the bottom. You're able to see who's active, and your notifications bar. So this is where things have changed. You just get all the notifications popping up down the bottom. The notification bar is now up here, and this is the little red bell. So the little red, I'm just moving us. The little red bell over here is the notifications, and you'll see your notifications list. This is your messenger list for any messages that you need to look at, and you can actually create from here. So this is your little create button. So you can create a post, you can create a story, a live event, page, an ad, bring in events, or a marketplace listing, or do a fundraiser. So that's where the create options are from there. Now, I was asked a couple of days ago inside the BBB group where we find our security settings now. So the little drop down arrow up here brings you more information, and this is where we find our settings and our privacy area. Now you can do a privacy checkup, and that's quite handy to do, and something that I do suggest people do quite often, just to make sure things are as private as they are. But if you go into your settings over here, you'll be able to see what's available. So your username, your contact details, your memorialization settings. So if you pass away, what happens to Facebook after that? And then if you go down here, your privacy, your timeline and tagging. So what can people find? What's related to friends? What's looking at everyone? And any notifications that you have from there. So you've got face recognition as well, so you can have it so that Facebook will recognize photos of you when you get alerted. Now, I strongly suggest that's a big one to have inside there, and it will help you through that journey. So that's where we find our settings for our Facebook account. It's all now dropping down from this menu over here, and dark mode is here. So we switch over and we go to the dark mode, which is a black, and I actually quite think I like it, but then again, I am a black girl. And if you need to temporarily switch to the classic Facebook, that is the option there. And if you're switching back because of missing features, you need just tick this box here, and it will tell you what give you an option to drop down from what area it is and what's going on. And please give them as much detail as you possibly can about what's happening so that they understand where the glitch and the bug is, because we are the Facebook audience and the user. And what you can see here is it's just switched me back to the Facebook Classic. And we'll go back to the Facebook New. Here we go. Here we go. Switch to new Facebook, just back here. So if you need to switch back temporarily and you still want to teach yourself the new Facebook, that is definitely the way that you can do it, and it's not too bad. Okay, jumping through. Clive, is there any questions I need to deal with now, or are we best to go through them at the end?
Let's leave them to the end.
Okay, beautiful. Let's go to our profile now and see how our profile is set up going through this journey. So this is our Facebook profile over here. So our image in our Facebook profile. Now, the profile is your account. It's your key. It's your login to Facebook. You should only ever have one of these. Everything else should be pages or groups. So this is the place where you log into Facebook. It's your personal profile, and then it allows you to be able to open up everything else. So on our profile over here, our image is now centered and our current image goes off to the back. These images have seemed to adjust quite nicely in the world of Facebook. So we haven't had to look at image sizes yet, and there's no specifics on what these new image sizes are going to be for us, guys. So as soon as we know, I'll let you know what they are. Now, what we can see when people can see our profile here, we've got a little intro about who you are, what sort of places you work at, your websites. All of these things are here to be able to edit, and you can build up your social details here. Now, this section here, this intro section, is what the people who online stalk you get to see. So make sure that if you're networking inside Facebook groups, you optimize this. You show where you're working at. And you can edit the details from here. You also get a series of featured photos, which is in here, and what we do is you can edit those ones. I tend to like the photos of where I've been working with people. It shows off what I'm doing within life. General photos are here. The friends list is now down the side here. Any life events are here as well. And there's some did you know stuff that Facebook have been putting out there. To edit your profile, the options are to edit here. You've got more stuff if you need to look at your videos, your sports, your games, your questions, your reviews, groups, all of those sorts of things all pop into here. You can manage those sections. To edit your profile, it's just a matter of hitting up edit over here. It all starts into the profile picture, the cover picture, and then you've got more details that you can put in hobbies and edit your about info going through there. It is 90% of the profile stuff has come across. So Facebook have got that all area. The aim of this new layout is you can edit from wherever you need to be. And it's meant to be clean and simple and give you a live preview of what you're changing inside the space of Facebook. So that's our profile. I did say we were going to visit a group, so we're going to head to the business group now just for a second, and then I'll jump into the Facebook pages and show you the pages and the settings and the insights and all of those sorts of things. So our groups are all still here. If we visit our group up the top, not a lot's changed inside the world of the Facebook group. As an admin, you've got all of these tools down here, and I'll go and visit one of our groups, a group that I'm a member of and not a group from here, which gives you your insights, your growth, your engagement. So you've got your member requests, questions, reported information, moderation alerts, group quality stuff, and then you've got your insights, so how the group's going, your engagement over here, your admins and moderators, and your group support questions area. The group settings stuff is still popping through and a lot easier to do via personal profiles, but your settings are down here. And this is one of the glitches that we have found, that if you're trying to add apps to the groups at this stage, it's not great. For those of you who have asked me this question before, if you have a Facebook group and you've created it under your personal profile and you would like to link it through to your business page, you can see the linked pages over here. So you just hit this little button over here and you could link a page through to it. So we could add another page to the BBB group. I think we've got enough there at the moment. You can then go through to the recommended group settings and you can add some recommended groups. So you might want to add some different groups that you think people might like to join. And this is the app section that we were talking about, where you can add apps. And this is where we've been hitting a bit of a glitch. The page isn't available right now. So that's the one where you need to sit back to classic. And that is the glitch. That's where we're going to see if Facebook's hit a glitch. That's the message that you're going to have popping up. Just to show you one quick tour around the insights area, just so that you can see it for those managing groups. If we go to insights, you've got your growth tab over here, which will tell you how your group has been growing. You've got your engagement tab over here, which will give you the engagement rates of the group. So how many posts have we had? How many active members? So out of our 30,000 members, we've got 21,000 of them active. That's a pretty good stat. What are the top posts and what are the date ranges from there? Your admins and moderators are over here. And your group questions came in under these settings. And your group rules are over here. So your group rules going through there. Your moderation alerts pop up here, so anything that you need to have a look at. And then there's a couple of other things with groups that are really handy to know. So we'll just go back to the home page. So groups has now got this little home page up the top. We've got our announcements area. So the announcements now sits up the very, very top of your Facebook group. The discussion is here. The about tab is just a little explanation about the group. Talks about what's recommended, what the average things are, the group rules, gives all those details there. You've got rooms, so if you've enabled rooms for your group, then you're able to have those there. And Facebook are pushing rooms at the moment because of the size of BBB. We're not doing rooms. You've got members list, so the members list over here, and this media tab. This members list is, oh gosh, yes, you need to know this. This members list is where you get the opportunity to write your welcome post for your new members. So finding that welcome post is popping in here. So when you've got your new member list popping up, you can go write welcome post from here. And you can write those welcome posts and put the information in. So that's all tagging over here. The media tab is a new one, but the media is about the photos and the libraries and the visual stuff that's inside the areas. Not a surprise that Facebook have added that because of the new content coming through. So that's our media tab. So there's photos, there's videos, albums, and we used to have a photos area from there in the past. So that is a Facebook group from the admin's perspective. Let's go to another group that I'm not a member of, that I'm not an admin of, and we can have a look at it. And I'm hoping Mari won't mind. We'll use the social scoop group for a moment from here. So as a user, when it comes to the world of Facebook, this is what you see. So you don't get the cluttered sidelines. This is what you see. Straight, clean areas down here, and the content is coming through there and the group. So the group people get to see their tags. They get to see about information, they get to see post topics, they get to see recent media loaded. Once again, Facebook are preferencing media there, so that's popping up, and then they get the feed from the group. But so there's not as much on the group settings. We're definitely more in the navigation zone. Okay, beautiful. People can't see. Okay, thank you. I just got a lovely note saying people can't see my cursor. I'll slow down just a little bit. Throughout the journey here, you've got the opportunity to go to the About tab. You've got discussions, which is the group as well. You've got the announcements, the members, the events, the media, and the files as well. And the files are, if groups have files uploaded to them, that will be something coming through. So I will try and slow down, guys. I'm clicking through. We've got such a lot to cover today, but you've got the opportunity to go through all the About discussions and those sorts of things. So I'm just going to head now across to a Facebook page. So we'll head and we'll use my Facebook page, for example, and we'll hope that I've got my stuff together. And actually, I'm going to show you two Facebook pages because I want to show you one with a video as well. Mine doesn't have a video in it. So we'll have two tabs open for this one. Okay, so I'm going to show you the brand new page that we're working on, which is the Reed-Enever group Facebook page. and my Facebook page. Now, the handy thing about me showing both of these is this is two different things for you to be able to have a look at. Our Reed-Enever group page is a business page for a business. My Facebook page over here is my public figure page, my consultant page, which is a business page for a person. And there are different reasons that you would have different Facebook pages for different situations. Now, one of the main reasons that you would have a public figure page or a consultant or a page for you as a person is there's a couple of things. Facebook have got a limit of 5,000 friends. And you would hope that your Facebook page might grow above that 5,000. It's also very good to create a boundary between both the business and the personal life. So if you are looking at, a public figure page, and it's a page, not a profile, guys, I really want to stress this. You might look at having another page set up so that you've got that boundary. It's also the spot you can do ads for. So if people know you, if they know you as the business owner and they come to you or they seek you out as the expert or the leader within your field, that's when a public figure or a consultant page like I have here is really important. The business page is when they know the business or they know what the business is doing and sharing information that way. And that's where the business page comes into effect. And that's where our Reed-Enever group page pops in. Clive, can you pop both of these page links, please, into the chat so that people have got them for an example today so that they can see what we're showing? And I will jump into the pages. So there's a couple of differences when it comes to our Facebook page. And we'll use the Reed-Enever group one for the moment. It's got most of the stuff in here. What you can see up here is we've actually got a Facebook video, and it's a straight 9:16 size video that Facebook has stretched out over the background. So you can see it's sort of faded it over the background here, but our video is still fitting within the space. So we've got a cover video in place over here. You've got your cover video or your cover image. So in my Facebook page over here, it's a cover image. Okay, so on this page, it's a cover image in this space. So you got the choice there. Then we have our lovely Reed-Enever group icon over here, which is our Facebook page story. Facebook page icon. So this is where you want your logo to stand out. This is what's going to appear over here in your posts, and it's going to appear quite small. So you want it to be easy to read and simple for people to engage with. You've got your insights here, and at the moment we're not in the business manager. We're just in straight Facebook here. Where Facebook are not forcing us to go, but they are forcing us to go. Let's really be honest. Where they want us to go as business owners to look after our pages is the business manager and the creator studio, which we will jump into next. So you can see there's little icons over here as well, and you can view someone's story from this Facebook page. And I do have a story up, and we've got a quality error again. Welcome to the world of Facebook glitches. But if you wanted to view someone's story, if they had a story, you can click view story and it'll bring up the story. And that will just show you how you can view someone's story from there. Facebook are going to prompt you over the next little while about creating paid online events with them. If you wish to, by all means do so. It's not something we fully explored here yet because we have our systems in place for other things. And once again, I'm not a big fan of having all my eggs in one basket. But from a post here, you can create a live, you can create an event, you can do an offer, you can do a job, you can create an ad, but you cannot schedule, okay? That is where the business.facebook comes in. So to go to our business manager, we're looking at business.facebook.com, okay? And we'll delve into that in a little bit further in a moment, the business.facebook.com, but that's your Facebook business manager. It's where your ads come in and you'll have a company, a profile like we've got here, which is the Reed-Enever group stuff. And we'll delve into that a little bit further. And you can go through all of the pages from there, but it gives you a bit of an idea about how everything's going inside the business pages you manage. And that's where Facebook are looking at from you running from there. So when we get to our page, we have our notes over here. We have our ad center, we have our inbox. So our page's inbox of messages is here. Now the inbox has been combined to include Instagram and Facebook now in your pages. So you will get every direct story and alert, all sorts of stuff coming through into there as well. So you'll get different things coming through into the messenger box. I'm just going to jump out of that one. You've got your ad center. And this is what you can all see during the main Facebook area. And it doesn't differ too much inside the business manager, except for the fact that you can do things. Got your events tab, so you can see your events tab. and you've got your insights, which we'll delve into in a little bit further, any publishing tools, and publishing tools will actually start to move you over to the publishing zone. Once again, looks like Facebook are not going to load that page today, so we'll go into Creator Studio a slightly different way very shortly. Your page quality information is here, and that just lets you know that have you had any restrictions, have you done anything, you know, no, it's great, it's got the green tick. The green tick is definitely what we're all going for here. And you can edit any of your page information over here. So you can edit your info, your details all throughout the journey over here. So you've got your page information that you can edit over here. You can put in a service area now. That's a brand new feature. So if you service a particular region, you can pop that in. I do strongly suggest everyone puts their hours inside their Facebook page. And any services from there. Your settings for your page is now here. Now what you'll notice is the settings look like classic. And that is because Facebook are yet to move this across to the new settings. And this is where we do get a few of the glitches, but it's still where you will find your page tab settings, all the information in there, merging a page, downloading the page's details, the comment rankings, all of that stuff is inside this area here. And that's where you'll find that stuff from there. And your event ticketing, if you're running a paid online event with Facebook, you can look at doing event ticketing. We run ours through Eventbrite, so that's where ours is set up, and we can sell directly our tickets through Facebook through there. So I'm just going to go back to the page for a second. Actually, we'll go to this one over here that's nicely prepared earlier. So when you set up your page, the focus is on events, reviews, photos, more, and the more button brings down the community tabs, the email sign up, any custom pages that you might have, any jobs, any fundraisers, all of those things from there. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to view the page as a visitor, and this is actually quite helpful because it allows you to be able to see what people can see through the page as a visitor. So when people get here, they get just a small menu. They're not getting a large menu like we used to have. They're getting a small menu. So organizing our tabs to be the best way we would like them to be is definitely what we need to do here. So we're looking at maybe I would like to try and get videos in there before photos because I do a lot more video stuff on Facebook, but we've got my home tab, we've got the events tab, we've got the reviews, which is the feedback. So reviews is actually back as a tab. Interesting. Which lets people know how people have worked with you. You've got your photos, so the photos that you share are coming up, and once again moving to albums. And then you've got the drop downs from here. And I want to delve into the videos section just for a second, because inside the world of videos now, Facebook have added a few features that will help you. So they've added your latest videos, which is fine. You've got a featured video that you can set up here in the videos tab. And I've chosen most popular, which is whatever the most popular one is. We've got series that we've been able to create, and we've got 2 series inside my area, and Facebook are preferencing this is so that people can watch a series, so they can like you can binge watch on Netflix, you can binge watch a series of videos when it comes to Facebook Watch. And this particular one is our Tips Tuesday session, where we've got Tips Tuesday in here, and then we've got our 5-minute marketing series. I'm still to put together the Ask Linda series and those things, but if you can see here, we've also got playlists. And playlists and series are slightly different. You might have a video that's in a series that results to multiple playlists. So you might look at putting them into different playlist sessions going through there. So we've got the behind the scenes of a recording day, which most probably could actually be a series now, considering it was a whole day thing. So we've got different categories here. So different playlists, Facebook tips. See, we bring in stuff from the Tips Tuesday session and the Ask Linda. So we used to have playlists. And Facebook have now brought out series. So if you're creating a series, if you're creating content like a YouTube series or those sorts of things, or a podcast series or a video to go with your series videos along with live videos are being ranked higher inside the world of Facebook. So use that feature more throughout those areas from there. Your message options are there. You can set your buttons and those sorts of things. Now, I had someone ask me, how do we invite people to like our Facebook page? When we go down to the more options, there was a share button, bear with me. I've done it on mobile. I know I've done it on mobile recently, and I do that more on mobile. It's up here, bear with me. Our options to share here. Okay, so our options are to share. We can create a post at the moment. It does not seem to be that we're getting the option to invite people from the share options at the moment. Invite friends. Here we go. We've got our invite friends option here. So we can invite friends to like our page. I was going to select Vern to like our page, and we're going to send an invite through there. So it is there. Sorry guys, you know, we're letting this Facebook new thing along the side here. So our other actions, our liked, our follow settings, our how to invite someone to like our page is there as well. Our notifications tend to pop up now in the bottom left-hand side, not the bottom right-hand side. So as you can see, things are popping up in different areas over here. So this is a notification. And if I clicked on this notification, I could go and read the post and get started from there. So our page settings options here, we've got the options to create an event as we go through. We've got our insights, and that's the next spot I'm going to take you through to, which is our insight settings, and we're able to have a look at the insights for the page. Now, your insights are very important when it comes to the world of Facebook. It's about what's telling you what's engaging, what's working, how to see how things are going, and once again, classic look. And Facebook have brought up the classic look for us to be able to be here. But we can see our engagement, our insights, and our figures. So where are our page views, what are the previews, what story reach have we had, what post reach have we had. You can see the actions that people have taken on your page. You can look at your branded content, and look, I run videos and training on understanding Facebook insights in the Facebook for Business course, because it's an hour training session in itself. But your insights are still here, and they are on that main page. If you look at nothing else on your insights, look at the reach. Look at the reach that your page post has got. And this is the video we just did this morning, a Tips Tuesday live session. And look at what the engagement is and what the reactions are, and continue to create new content from those areas. You can add pages to watch. So you could add someone else's page to watch if you wanted to watch what someone else is doing, and that will give you a bit of an idea and engagement and stats from there. And that's just about comparing your performance. But when you see changes in here and you see significant drops, and 18% most probably isn't a significant drop exactly for me right now, but when you see drops within your statistics, make sure that you are looking at the right area. And we talk about shops at the moment. Facebook shops is inside this area, which actually is the Facebook Commerce Manager, which is where I wanted to take you next. So what I did say to you guys is the Facebook page, when we go to the main page, the shop's not there. Okay, we can't see the shop tab, but you can see it on mobile. Okay, so it's definitely there on mobile, so I'm hoping it's something that Facebook will bring back. But if you want to see your shop from the straight Facebook area up here, it's just a matter of typing in the word shop, and it will bring up the Facebook shop. Now, the Facebook shop is starting to be changed around a little bit, and we'll go into the shop settings in a second. They've got collections, so they're focusing on collections, featured products. I don't have enough products because most of what I do is virtual, but it's for physical products only. And you're able to set up the shop settings from there. In Australia, we are restricted to external checkout. So there's no integration yet for us, for people to be able to check out with Facebook. But let's delve into the shop settings so I can show you what it's like. So we've got now a catalog, a collections, and insights. So if we go to catalog over here, catalog is just basically your products. That's a way of putting it. But it's got your products. So your Commerce Manager is here, and you can click add a product from here and be able to add a product through. I'm just going to show you one of the products that we've got in here at the moment, which is the product that we've got description, which is my book of PR tips, what the price is, the URL for where people can check it out, any media that's going in there. So if we've got any images or videos, any channels that we would like it to use, so it can go to dynamic ads and it goes to page shops, which is what we've got set, and any variants that we might have. So if it happened to have, 100 different, cover styles, we might pop that within there. You can then start to make a product set as you get more products, and that seems to need about 6 products to be able to get to that stage. So you've got all the products there. You've got any issues that Facebook might find, any attributes that you might need to look at from here as well, and you can select a product set from there. And they've got a featured product area, and you can add products. So this one wasn't here for me yesterday. Let's see if we can add a manual product from my area to the featured shop product set. So I don't want to add a product manually. I want to add, nope, cancel. Okay, no, it's still not letting me put in a product set. Let's see if I can add something. 5 minutes. Yeah, it's still going through that process. So once again, it seems to be about 6 areas and you're able to capture from there. Inside the Commerce Manager, inside Facebook, you get to see all the shops that you have available. So this is your Instagram and your Facebook shop. The Collections tab over here, you can create a collection. So if you've got more than things there, you'll be able to create a collection. So say if you had summer t-shirts, for example, you create a collection of summer t-shirts. Facebook are still testing the shops platform. It is a relatively new release. It only came out in August. You can select the icons, you can make a cover image, and then you can select the items, but it does need 6 items to be able to select a collection. So there's a particular setting that kicks into gear when it comes to Facebook shops. But your settings for your shop are over here. So what the shop name is, what email address it needs to be, what's the checkout method, and once again, we've defaulted in Australia to those ones. Our catalogs, our business assets, all the stuff that we'd like to have inside there are inside the shop settings over here. Facebook Shops is a brand new, Facebook Shops as we see it now is a brand new feature. Now I did say that it is on mobile, and I'll show you the look on mobile very shortly, but if you go to Facebook page over here, you can do that. You can also add your items in bulk. So if you've got a CSV file, so it's an Excel spreadsheet that's known as a CSV file, you can upload in bulk, but you are going to need to load images, I believe, at this stage. It's something relatively new, and I guess my Instagram shop is approved. So I've now got shop both on Facebook and Instagram running through our journey. So there we go. You can apply to have your sales channel for your Instagram to be set up as well. So that's a look at Facebook shops. Let's see, am I going through this list and am I making it through the area? I did take you a visit to the shop settings. I did take you through area. Now we're going to create a post and an event. That's the other area. I do want to show you Business Manager this morning and Creator Studio. So we'll jump into Creator. Where are we? Let's jump into Business Manager. I'm just going to close some tabs off, guys, and then we'll jump in. So our Business Manager is over here, and our Business Manager will manage all of our pages. This is where we can do more scheduling and we can do more information. And what we're noticing in the difference in the URL is we've got business.to-Facebook. So if we go to my Facebook page now, we're in the business.facebook area. So we're where Facebook want us to be able to be to use Facebook. They would like us to be inside of this space. And here I can start to write a post and I can start to schedule that post, or I can schedule it out to the Facebook group. So for those of you who'd lost where you could schedule your Facebook posts, if you're going to your Facebook page by the business.facebook manager, you get the same look, you get the same feel, you get the same layout. You can be able to create a post. So let's create a post, for example. Let's go in and we'll jump in and we'll grab this feed from the BBB website. From the BBB Facebook page, let's grab this one, the live stream. So we're just going to click on this page here. We're going to copy. Okay, I want to be able to copy, share. And what I want to do is I want to copy the link. So I'm just going to copy the link from this live stream, and I'm going to go back over here and I'm going to schedule a post for those people who maybe missed the replay. Now, the reason I would like to copy the URL and I don't want to download the video and upload the video is I want the watch time to be able to increase. So I've got the video URL here. We've got the information going through here with the post, and these are all the links that I promised that I'll pop in the replay video to you from there. I want it going to the newsfeed. Now, when do I want it going out? Okay, so this is now where I can schedule my post, and we'll schedule the post for maybe about 3 o'clock this afternoon. Just to make sure that it's going through. Now we've got our UTC 10, which is our time zone, and we hit schedule. So that's how we can create a post. with inside Facebook, and we can schedule that post and let it go live. Let it publish out there. So we can definitely schedule our post now out here. What you did see also from there is I could schedule a post through to one of our Facebook groups as well. So I can start to write a post, and I don't want it going to the newsfeed. Maybe I want it going to one of our groups as well. So we can start to look at more groups down here. And we can go through to the marketing circle, and my marketing circle members won't mind. We'll just go test post. And we can then, once we've selected our group, we should be able to, no, we're losing the ability to untick it. It's definitely newsfeed and group at this stage. So we're going to have to go to our groups to be able to do that area. So from Business Manager, how do you go to your groups? You can just go down to the page down here. We'll hit leave. And if you go down to groups, we wait for Facebook to be able to catch up with us. It's definitely a bit slower than we want it to be. While we wait for Facebook to catch up with us over here, let's go to the Creator Studio so that you can see it. So Creator Studio is business.facebook.com/Creator Studio. Okay, and that brings you to the new Facebook styling. This is where you can schedule to Instagram. This is where you can go through their creation crash course. This is where you can see some more insights across the content library. So this is about creating content. It's where you can also go live and you can post things from there. So you can have a look at what pages you wish to have a look at, whether it's 1 page or 2 pages, how many pages you want to go live on. You can look at just 1 page, or you can look at all of the pages within your offering. And if you look at all of your pages, you get insights based on different areas from there. So this is where the monetization settings go, so that if you've got approval for in-stream ads, or you've got the opportunity to be able to get monetization set up, then you're able to do that from here. This is where, if you're eligible for fan subscriptions or in-stream ads, you'll be able to meet those criteria. It's also where you would set your payout settings if you were running a Facebook Live event. So that's where Creator Studio comes into place. Creator Studio is just the same as everywhere else, except you can create posts for Instagram along the way. So if you hit create a post with inside Creator Studio, you've also got a content library. And that content library means that you can drag something and create a new post. So we can see that the scheduled post that I had is sitting up there for 3:06 p.m. So we can see that that one's already there. We can see that we've got our Tips Tuesday session over here. And if I wanted to grab that one from here, we can look at the insights and look at the reports, or we can drop down over here and we can create a new post with a video. So this particular Tips Tuesday session was about what a blog can do for your business, which page do we want it going through to, whether I want it going through to here, or whether I would like it going through to another area. Whether I want to go through to my page. I've only enabled it for this page. If I'd enabled it for the whole group, we'd been able to put the details through. So I can exit it from there, but you can also create a brand new post using Creator Studio with videos and content that you've already shared. And that is actually really important when it comes to making sure that we get through our information. You can see your monetize, if it was monetized. You can see if there was a reference file. You can look at cross-posting, and the options to cross-post pop up here to whether you would like to cross-post it to something else. You've got your series inside here as well. So you've got your content library series, so the series of videos that we have. You've got your clips. Creator Studio is one that is something we need to delve into more here in our office because we've been a little bit lazy, but it is really, really huge to look at being able to post videos across pages. And if I wanted to post a video across a page, I could choose a page, for example, and we could choose a content from my page, and we could upload a video to 2 pages or 3 pages or 4 pages. So we can upload that video through the area there and be able to cross post. And that makes the video still get the reach from the one file upload, but it promoted across those multiple pages from there. So if I wanted to upload the video, I'm not going to do it right now. We might upload a media tips or something across those areas, but I'm going to discard that one to show you how you've got your create a post option from here, and you select the page that you wish to create a post from. and we'll create a post once it brings up. And once again, this is the glitchy bit at the moment. Creator Studio seems to be timing out in these areas here, which is why I am still using the business manager on the new Facebook. Let's discard that for a moment. You would know that you could possibly do that from there, and your Instagram stuff pops over here. So your Instagram features, your libraries, you can also now tag people in photos and posts on Instagram. You can see the insights on your Instagram account. And if there's been actions, what's going on in there. So that's where Creative Studio, it's designed at helping you create content across a library and some posts. Once I know Creative Studio a little bit more, I'll come and teach you guys a little bit more about Creative Studio. It's something that we are putting in the new Business for Facebook course as well. So our business manager decided not to bring up the groups over here. So let's jump back over to our area. So we can exit Creative Studio just by going back to business.facebook.com and going to our page. And there was one other thing I said I was going to create for you today. We've done our posts, we visited insights. I did say we were going to create an event. So we will dump in and we will create, or we'll draft an event today throughout Facebook with the new settings. So once again, businessmanager.facebook is the easiest way to be able to create an event throughout the area. Choose your page that you wish to go to, and we'll go to a page here, and we'll just go to this one and we'll start creating an event. So we're waiting for the internet to load. Fingers crossed it'll keep up with me for the rest of the session today. Now's the time to start asking, guys, I'll show you this one. Now's the time to start asking questions. I'm sure I've missed something along the way and we'll be able to move from there. So what we're going to do now is we've got the opportunity to create a live, a Facebook post or an event. And we're just going to go and create an event here. Now I wanted to show you a couple of the new features within the event. We're just going to test event. The one thing that we can look at here is the opportunity of not needing to provide an address. So we can look at a online event and we can select our format of our online event, which is an external link or other instructions. So if you're putting an external link in, you would just put your webinar link or whatever you would like people to go to register on that link. Or if it doesn't work, the other option's always there and you can add the instructions through. So for example, if we were running an event, we would grab our Eventbrite link and we would put the URL in there. So the opportunity for an online event is there. Once you've made a decision that an event is online, you can't take it offline. It's just how it is. So make sure that you're there. So that's a new feature that's been introduced since the impact of COVID, which is the online event type. So you've got the option there to make an online event. You've got your descriptions over here. You've got the ability to add co-hosts. So if I was going to add co-hosts and it's an Reed-Enever group event, I might add business page. I might add Clive. I might add my page, for example, depending on who's hosting the event inside the company. And then that means that that event's going to appear on those Facebook pages as well. We can add a schedule. So if an event is going to happen more than once, if it's a regular series, you can add a schedule and you can set a start date. Once again, once you start a schedule, you can't stop a schedule. And we're going to leave the schedule from here. Otherwise, you can just add your start dates and time for your event over here. Now, Facebook allow you now to choose a category for your event. Most of our business events fit in networking, but make sure you are choosing your category and you're setting that event up well, giving you a chance to optimize. And remember, the text of your event is what Facebook can actually index. So when people are searching, make sure our description is full within those areas from there. Keywords, absolutely. If there's keywords, if people can volunteer, if it's a fundraiser, you're able to be there. If it's kid friendly or not, you can set it from here. If you want to add confirmation, so if you want to ask your guests to reserve a spot for the online event, so if we're not having them go through a registration process, you can add the confirmation here, and that's the number of spots, and you can ask questions, and when they reserve a spot, it will go through with a messenger detail so that they can message about the reservation of the event. So if it's a free webinar or something like that, you can pop that through in that space there. You can enable paid access, and this is where your paid events pop in. You need to set up your payments options. Now, Facebook there are transaction fees, I believe, with both Google Pay and Apple Pay. I'm not sure what the Facebook transaction fees are. There's been a little back and forth about what they are going to be. And if you were doing a paid online event, you would just set up your payment options from there. Who can post to the group? and anyone can post, and then the guest list, display a guest list, and then you would publish your event, or you can save a draft. So you can literally save a draft, and especially if you're getting through creating an event, you might just want to, get everything together and have someone finally approve it and save a draft. So that was how you would create an event. Okay, I'm going to leave this event. We don't need it. It's a test event. We'll leave. We're not worried about it. Okay, Clive, I believe we have some questions. So I'm just going to stop sharing my screen for a second, take a drink of water, and pop back on screen. Hi, everyone. Clive has given you my personal profile link on Facebook. If you want to connect with me on Facebook, it is facebook.com/Linda Reed-Enever. And that will help you be able to connect with me that way on my Facebook page. As much as I love the friends requests coming through, I keep my personal profile as a mum space. Clive, are you there?
Indeed, we do have a number of questions.
We do.
And do you want me to read them out, or do you want to bring them up on your screen?
I think if you read them out, and then I'll go back into share screen mode, and I can start showing people what they're asking along the way, if we're all good with that.
Very good. Actually, the first one could be the most important one of all, which it's actually a comment rather than a question, but it's very, very important because Cheryl on the Facebook Live wanted to let you know that she loves your earrings.
I love my earrings too. They're from my lovely hairdresser at Red Raven Studio.
Now, getting to the serious questions. Kathy jumped in early, and she has two.
I love the preparedness.
Why do I get this message more often than not, and it lasts all day? And the message she's getting is, oops, something went wrong. We're working on getting it fixed as soon as we can. I am frustrated that when I do a post with images or video, I can't see it all before I hit post.
Okay, so depends where, are we using, Kathy, are we using mobile, or are we using, bear with me, are we using desktop when it comes to those ones? I'll actually stop sharing the screen for a second. If Kathy can answer whether we're using mobile or desktop. I know with mobile, the preview's not been great. And when we're loading text, it depends how much loading of text we're actually doing. The message itself coming up is Facebook just preparing for this new system. Unfortunately, that's what it is. And it's just Facebook preparing for the new system. Think about it when you upgrade your website or you upgrade your technology. You're going to hit a glitch every now and again. And Facebook is just the same. They're upgrading their technology, but they are doing it, like as I said in the start, with 1.66 billion daily active users.
And she's using desktop.
Using desktop, beautiful. Not maybe the hundreds and that we have within it inside our business life. So it's a stressful process. Let's give Facebook their area from there. Okay, if we're going to add a photo or video, let's upload a video from here, and we'll just quickly do this. Okay. Wrongly titled video over here, but we're just going to upload our video. When we are uploading on desktop, we get the option to add a title. And I'm just loading it up here. So we're just loading something now that I'm going to load to our area. We've got our video details. We've got the options to be able to add subtitles. This one's definitely not got subtitles in it. We've got the option to tag a product if there's a product in there. We've got the option to add the videos. And then we've got our publishing options on the next page. I'm just going to quickly go and grab this so that I make sure that this works correctly and no one kicks my butt later for not putting the right link into this post, because I am teaching other people to do this at the moment. So we're creating our post over here, and we're adding our details through inside the Business Manager, and we're doing it inside Business Manager. If you're on desktop, you want to be doing it inside Business Manager more than doing it inside the Facebook areas itself, because Facebook are wanting you to use Business Manager. That's what they're really wanting you to use. So all you got to do is type in business.facebook. That's why we're getting the dedicated page feeds now, so that we can look at what's happening in the news on our Facebook pages without having a look at, having a look at all the personal stuff as well. So that's popping from here. So what we get when we're uploading a video is we get the preview here. We get to select a language if we need to. Once again, this one's not got any language in it. It's just a video with an icon. We've got our publishing options over here. So this is where we can schedule our video. This is where we can save it as a draft. This is where, if we're putting a fundraiser, we can do it in, but this is where we would add our playlist. And this is what I'm going to add to our logo animation playlist. And if I had a series on the Reed-Enever Group 1, this is where we'd add our series. And this is when I can make this video available to all of our other pages, and I can hit publish from there. You're getting to get a preview on screen 1 and a publish option on screen 2, and the video will process and load from there. Kathy, I hope that helps answer the question. You might be getting a crossover, unfortunately, between the old Facebook and the new Facebook. And if it really does continue to pop up, then heading back to our Facebook option over here and switching back to classic and telling Facebook in this option here about what you're getting is going to be the best thing. Okay.
And moving right along.
Sorry?
And moving right along. Susie says, I have a personal page and business page for Susie Miles Design, Interior Design. Is it good to have the 2 pages linked? They are already. I post business content, e.g. renovations, tips on business page, and post personal things, weekend outings, etc. to the personal.
Yep.
Second question. Assume I can still post directly on personal page on mobile without using Business Manager.
Okay, absolutely. And you can still post directly on Facebook without using Business Manager. Yeah, and you can use the Facebook Pages Manager on mobile if you're not getting all of that information coming through. So you can definitely move between 2 areas. The difference between, I just want to explain the personal profile and the page stuff one more time for everyone. A profile is your key. It's your keys to Facebook. And if we think about Facebook like real estate for a minute, the profile is the keys. It's what you put in the door and you're able to open it, and you're able to get into Facebook and be able to open it. Your page is, so it's your house. It's your house where everything, you sort of sits. Your page is a shop front, and that's where you can promote your business, talk about your business, all of those areas from there. But you need the keys, you need the house component, your profile, your home, the people you invite into that space. You need that to have a page or to have a group. I strongly suggest we don't over commercialize our personal profiles, because there are some restrictions about being too commercial or running a business purely through a personal profile. So if all you post to the keys to the account that you log into is business stuff, Facebook are going to get a little bit about that. So I suggest that you do what Susie is exactly doing, mixing up her personal stuff on her personal page, maybe sharing the occasional win, and building her business page for her reach. And once again, there's 2 things. You can't run ads through a personal profile, and you also will hit a limit of 5,000 people. And hopefully, as all business owners, we'll move people through and we'll be all good. And we'll be over the 5,000. Next question, Clive. Hopefully I answered that one.
Is it better for a business to focus on their page or a private group? I have heard Facebook are focused on groups more so than pages for the algorithms.
I love this question. I've been running groups for how long now, Clive?
Quite a while.
A while. 6 years. Okay. Facebook groups. Clive, how much time do I spend inside the Facebook group?
Probably too much.
Okay, Facebook groups take a lot of time, and they're about community building. They are not about selling, okay? And Facebook, yes, they love communities, and they are moving their focus to community and building a community, but you can do that via your page. and not have to invest the time of adminning and moderating a group and looking at the insights and looking at the reach and doing all of those sorts of things. So there are questions that I ask when I'm creating communities with Facebook group members. You will listen to me say this time and time again. If you're looking at running a Facebook group, you've actually got to think about, do I have the time to run it? Do I have the time to admin it? Do I have the time to check in? And I'm sure there's an 11-year-old sitting with her father right now or around saying, you know, there were moments in times when mummy will say, hang on, sweetie, I've just got to deal with the group for a minute. So the group does take a lot more work than a Facebook page. You can automate a Facebook page. You can add more information to a Facebook page. So it comes down to, what are you doing? You can run ads from a Facebook page, which you can't do from a group. Okay. And if you're running a group and a Facebook page, the Facebook page still needs to have stuff in it. So you need to be connecting with those people. So I suggest you build your reach on your Facebook page. And if you've got time, then yes, and you want to value add, you can value add via a community and running a Facebook group.
And Rachel asks, do you think stories are useful for extending reach and keeping front of mind? Personally, they annoy me and I avoid them. Maybe it's
I know,
just
they annoy me too. Look, they statistically, they get reach. And because they're up in that top bar on the mobile view, both on Facebook and Instagram, they get a bit of reach. So stories, from my point of view, I tend to showcase what my students are doing, what my clients are doing, what's going on in that world. I don't tend to, I can't do it, in all honesty. The stories I really struggle with. So I'd much rather produce evergreen content that we can use everywhere else, and occasionally I'll share that to a story. So I tend to use my stories as something I can do quickly and easily. I don't spend a lot of time in stories, but the algorithm on both Facebook and Instagram are pushing them up. So maybe once a week, or once every couple of days, take a top post or something your people have been engaging with and share it with your stories, or share something your clients are doing and hit the share button and share with stories. But most of my stories will come from Instagram, and they'll become because I'm actually sharing something my students or my people are doing, because that's part of the story and that's part of the success story and what I do.
Nicole asks, with Instagram, I have 2 profiles, which I currently use to separate personal and business spheres. I am aware that you can only have one Facebook profile. I have
Instagram's
one
open
published page as business not yet launched, so currently confidential. Is there a way to separate personal and business feeds to view in Facebook? If so, how?
There is the new Facebook feed where you can be interacting as your page and you can see just the page related stuff. I wonder if I can show you on desktop. Let me just see. Let's jump in for a screen share for a minute. I haven't used it because I tend to like engaging as a personal profile, because the engagement counts on the personal profile. But if we went to my page, for example, or the Reed-Enever group page, and notifications, let's go, jumping into this one, I'm pretty sure. We should get a feed, and I haven't seen it. Settings. Guys, I don't use it, but I know you can get a particular dedicated feed about what you would interact with your page. Publishing tools, managing jobs. No, I can't see it right now, but I'm happy to pop a link into the BBB group when I find the Facebook tutorial on that one.
And Nicole would where can I find out more about the Facebook for Business course, please?
Reed-Enevergroup.thinkific. Clive, can you grab the link, or is that, you want me to grab it?
You grab that one, please.
Okay. Reed-Enevergroup.thinkific.com is where you will find all my marketing and online training. The Facebook for Business course will be updated very shortly as we go through the area from here. So I'll pop the link in, and then I'll explain to you guys what's inside that area where Clive does that area. Beautiful. I'm seeing Lisa's question as well. So Reed-Enevergroup.thinkific, you'll find all my courses on there. If I share the screen with you now, you'll see the podcasting courses, the marketing ideas, the Facebook for Business, the blogging for business. But if you're looking at more than one course and you want to come in and be nagged with me on a regular basis, not nagged, the Marketing Circle gets you access to all of my courses. And we've got a Facebook group. We've got membership. We do Q&A calls, how-to webinars. So you get me monthly twice a month popping up on your screen to help you. So if you are really looking at working with me as an option, and then 1 course or 2 courses, once you start looking at 2 courses, have a look at the Marketing Circle, because it's most probably the better option. I'm not sharing my screen, so there we go. Thank you. There we go. Let's share the screen now. Okay, sorry guys. Inside, so the Marketing Circle's here. So the Reed-Enever, there's all the courses. There's Clive's courses in here as well, and you're more than welcome to make your way through. But as I said, if you're looking at more than one, strongly have a look at the Marketing Circle, because it starts to become more cost effective for everyone to jump in and get some value out that way.
Moving right along, can you please show once again how to change the tabs on your page so I can show posts, videos, etc., but adding in an email sign up?
Adding in an email sign up is, I can show, well, it's actually built in with MailChimp, which is there. Kathy, I'll happily answer Kathy's question, and then I'll go screen share again and show you guys that one. Kathy was asking, how much do I charge for a one-on-one? If you head to the lindareed-enever.com.au/booking calendar, Clive, can you grab that link for me, please? There's a 30-minute brainstorming session there for 197, and then there's other brainstorming sessions for 297. But Kathy, you're a Marketing Circle member, so if you go to the Marketing Circle, click up the top of the group in the announcements, you get a discounted rate, because all Marketing Circle members get a discounted rate of working with me. And I just realized that. I believe it's Kathy Kaplan there, is it? I believe. If it is, that's correct. I believe she's a Marketing Circle member. Okay, to add the opt-ins on the pages. Okay, so we're going to our page here, and we're back in Classic. Let's get out of Classic again. Switch to new Facebook. They've got to be worried about what I'm doing today, haven't they? That might be why I can see that page feed for you from there as well. Let's just have a quick look and see if we can find that now. No, I can't find that now. Okay, so our settings are over here. Okay, our page visibility is over here. And what we're actually looking for is we're looking for our templates and tabs over here. So our templates and tabs, what we'd like to show, and we can actually drag and drop details from there. Now, my email sign up tab actually comes through from MailChimp. So it's actually linked in from MailChimp. It's a direct sign up from our MailChimp account through the area from there. Now, I need to turn on the services one, because that tells people what I do and what services we offer. And I can drag and drop the options. And once again, we're getting the oops message. So you should be able to drag and drop your details through this way here to be able to fix the errors. But it's Facebook.
I think you've turned your screen share off, Linda.
Sorry?
You've turned
I don't
your
have my screen share off. Okay, sorry guys, let's go back. Sorry guys. I will not turn the screen share off, shall I? We'll leave the screen share on. Try and come. Okay, so we're going back to our Facebook page. Okay, our settings are, well, we will in a second when we get to the page. So we'll go to pages. Pages are over here. Okay, so inside our settings over here, we've got the opportunity to drop down. Notifications go away. Our settings are here. Our templates and tabs are in here. And you're able to bring up and add different templates, turn them on, turn them off based on the templates. Currently using the shopping template, but most business owners will be fine with business, and I was using the shopping template to test the shops area over there. Our home tab is not something we can change. Our list and events, we should be able to drag and drop. And we're getting an error message, which is another Facebook glitch at the moment. But once that gets started, you should be able to drag and drop your areas there. As I said, mine's an email sign up, and it's literally connected through MailChimp right through to our email list over here. And you're just going into the MailChimp settings for Facebook and setting that up. That's how that one is there. There's not so many custom tabs as being able to do that anymore. But you can not add, doesn't look like you can add a tab anymore either, which used to be great, but doesn't look like it's going to give you that one. Okay, so there we go. But you can edit your template. You can look at services. You can look at recommended. You can look at standard. You've got videos. If you're purely a video producer, you want the video one. Public figures, which is, you know, politicians, these guys. So it just shows you the different layouts here. So about, videos, events, notes, more. We can apply the template, and I'll apply that one right now. And you can change your template through the area, but it doesn't look like it's so great for being able to add tabs. Facebook are being particular about making sure that you're only adding the tabs that they want right now. So they want the lives and the reviews and the services, but I can't add a shop one to this one here. So I can't add the shop feature. So I would most probably go back to the business template, which is, or the services template, which they're recommending for me, which is services, reviews, opportunities, more. If we apply that template, can I put the shops option? I put the groups in. So again, shops is not allowing to come up in template tabs here, but that's hopefully some of the glitches that are coming through. Okay, got another question, Clive?
Is it better to create pages or groups for private or closed groups? From Deb.
Okay, depending on what we're using them for. If we're using them for, I have stopped screen sharing again. Depending on what we're using it for. When we're talking about groups and private stuff, it is groups. So if it's public, we definitely do it public. But if we're supporting someone through, it's like my marketing circle members, we have a Facebook group where we talk about our businesses and marketing and all of those sorts of things throughout the area. So it depends on where you sit inside that space. It's part of a training program, then I would be creating a Facebook group, because it's part, you can't lock off a page, you can lock off a Facebook group.
And Joanne asked, can you set up events in Facebook groups in the same way as a page?
Yeah. So just the same process. So literally going to the Facebook group, creating an event. The difference with Facebook events with the group is it will possibly invite everyone on your list. So you've got to be careful which box you tick on that one, but it's exactly the same process.
And Graciela asks, can you show once again how to go to Create Studio, please?
Create a studio? Yep. Okay. I might just pop the link in for everyone for that, but I'll share the screen as well. Okay. Create a studio is facebook.com/business/create a studio. Okay. But there's another way that you can get here, guys. You don't have to do it that way. We've just got the links and the URLs, and I'll pop it into chat right over here where I can find chat on this screen. Okay, popping it into chat. So Create a Studio is here. The other option is, if you're ever looking for anything inside Facebook in one of their features, is we can just go back over here and we can type in Create a Studio. And we can create, so it will bring up the Facebook shortcut. If we're looking for a commerce manager. So if you're ever confused, it will bring up the Facebook, well, it should bring up the Facebook shortcut, but maybe I spelled that incorrectly. It should bring up the Facebook shortcut for you. And it'll bring up the opportunity for you to go through to Facebook, and then take you through to the spaces that you need to from there. So Facebook do have pages for each one of these areas that they've got set up. So they have pages for Facebook, they have pages for Create a Studio, but you can type in the search and it should bring it up there for you as well. Okay, what else have we got? No. So Susie's just asking, does content from my business page automatically link to my personal page? No, and it shouldn't, because you need to show Facebook somewhere along the line that you're a person and you're human, and it's someone that they can connect with. There is a human behind the account, and if you put too much stuff to your business account, then it's going to be to your personal profile, the business, then Facebook will see you using the personal profile for commercialization, for commercial processes only. So maybe, you know, pick one post or 2 posts a week that go through to your personal page, but not everyone. Someone asked me the match before too about content. I saw that, Clive. How much fluff should you put in your business page? Yes, I saw this one. Okay, so the reality of it is, I did see that message coming from Lisa before, it's not fluff. Okay, it's about good quality content and engaging content. So educate your market. Make sure you're sharing top tips, top information. It doesn't have to be fluff. Ask questions that are going to engage your audience. But your with Facebook, we got the opportunity to be in front of people where they relax and where they're engaged and our market's engaged. They choose this platform, they trust this platform. So open up a conversation with them. Have the art of, social conversation. So it's not so much fluff, it's about educational based stuff. And I strongly suggest it's a 1-to-5 ratio. So a 1 out of 5 ratio. So 4 pieces of educational or conversational based content to 1 promotional piece. And that's the formula that means that we're engaging, we're showing people we respect their time, we're giving them a taste of what we do, a taste of how they can work with us, we're talking to them about their lives, and then we're asking them to buy. And it's no different in any other sales environment. I'm sure Clive would back me up on this one, being a sales coach himself. It's about making sure we have a conversation before we say, hey, buy my shit. Okay. Have we got any more questions, Clive?
We're out of questions. Does anyone else have a question?
We've gone for an hour and a half. Gee, I seriously suck at staying to an hour webinar, don't I?
Well, it's time we all went and had lunch.
Okay, guys, thank you for joining us inside the skills webinar today. It has been lovely to see you. We have a number of workshops coming up over the next little while. The next one with me is the nurturing leads, so managing your email list, things like the automations of being able to build your email list automations platforms, building a nurture sequence. And I'm just going to the skills page to get this up because normally I'm the host and I have all this stuff up in front of me. So we've got that workshop coming up over the next week. That's one's next week. We've got our Be the Expert Challenge. So if you actually want to work with me on building your expert profile, the Build Your Expert Challenge will run from September 27, and that one's all on the skills page, which I've just popped in the link there for you. And next month we have, it might be November, we have Megan from Meet Edgar coming to show us how we can automate our Pinterest in our next skills webinar. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you for the messages. I'm glad that everyone's had fun. And if you have any questions, pop around. Otherwise, book a discovery call with me. Clive, did you put my booking calendar link in for everyone?
Yes, pop that in earlier.
Okay, beautiful, fantastic. So, book a discovery call with me and we can have a chat. Okay, guys, have a great one. It is Tuesday. We have an amazing week ahead of us. Go and have some fun. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye.